Hello everyone, welcome to the course on Chemical Reaction Engineering 2. This course is also known as Advanced Chemical Reaction Engineering. Myself, Nidhi Mehta, Assistant Professor at Chemical Engineering Department, LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. So let's just start our today's course with introduction of the course, and let's just see how we can relate CRE1 and CRE2 or Basic Chemical Reaction Engineering and Advanced Chemical Reaction Engineering course. So here as you can see that in case of CRE1 or in case of Basic Chemical Reaction Engineering course, we have deal with different topics such as kinetics of reaction. In that particular topic of kinetics, we have covered or we have estimated rate of reaction constant or order of reaction for different types of cases. So, in that topic, we have determined how we can estimate rate of any unknown reactions. Correct? After that, we have gone through different types of ideal reactors. We have seen their designing, their mechanism and their working. Starting with batch reactor designing, in which we just feed all the reactant at a given time and allow them to react for some given residence time and withdraw the entire product at once. We have also seen different ideal reactor such as CSTR and plug flow reactor. So, we have already dealt with ideal condition of reactors, ideal condition of reactions, right? We have covered isothermal cases where we have seen the effect of temperature on different types of reaction, how the reaction respond when we change temperature of any given system. Also, we have covered different adiabatic condition and non-isothermal condition for a given reaction system. So, CRE1 was a basic course in which we have seen the ideal condition, whether it is with respect to reaction or it is with respect to reactors. Now, when we are talking about CRE2 or Advanced Chemical Reaction Engineering, we will deal with the actual condition of any reactor or any reaction which is occurring when the actual reaction is taking place inside that reactor. So, we will cover different topics such as residence time distribution, catalysis, solid fluid system, heterogeneous catalytic and non-catalytic system and non-catalytic fluid solid system. So these are basically topics which we will be covering in CRE2. So once we complete CRE2 or advanced CRE, we will be able to deal with the entire chemistry of any reaction which is taking place in our actual industry. In this CRE2 course, we will cover most importantly these 7 topics as you can see here. First one is non-ideal flow. So, in case of non-ideal flow, we will deal with various systems which are running under non-ideal flow condition, and we will see what are factors or parameters which lead to conversion of ideal flow to non-ideal flow. After that, we will see heterogeneous reaction where we can see different types of reaction which are taking place between two-phase system. Then we will cover fluid-fluid system, fluid particle system and its kinetics, catalysis, what are different types of catalysts, how different types of catalysts can be produced, what are different characterization techniques which are available to analyze those catalysts, then there is a solid catalyst reaction kinetics and introduction to catalytic reactors. So these are the different things or topics which we will be covering in our CRE2 syllabus. Now let's just see the course outcome. So once we finish this topic, what will be the outcome or what will be the learning of this course? The first and foremost important learning from this course is we will be able to determine or analyze RTD of any given flow reactors. So RTD basically is residence time distribution. So we can analyze or determine RTD of any flow reactors, and we will be able to predict the deviation from ideal reactors by determining the dispersion numbers or by calculating the dispersion numbers. Next is we can analyze various contacting patterns, or we can see what are various contacting patterns which are available with us to do different flow reactors or to get reaction done between two different phases. After that, we can also analyze best kinetic regime for mass transfer and reaction for given reaction, right? After that, there is a rate controlling step. We can predict the rate controlling step when there is a reaction taking place for multiple reactions, right? When there are multiple steps for any given reaction, we can easily predict which is a rate controlling step. We can classify different catalysts, predict their physical properties by determining various types of analysis such as surface area, void volume, solid density, pore volume, etc. And lastly, we can understand the nature and mechanism of any catalyst, right? So these are the most important course outcome for the given course of CRE2. Once we complete this course, these are the basic outcome of this course. Now let's just start our syllabus with the topic catalysis. So when we talk about the word catalysis, the first word which comes into our mind is catalyst, right? Because the word catalysis is derived from the word catalyst. So before going to catalysis, we must understand and know what is catalyst. So let's just see what is catalyst. So catalyst is basically those substances which are added to a reaction to increase the rate of reaction, right? How it increase the rate of reaction? There are two possibilities. Either it will provide alternate pathway to the reaction, or it will provide or lower down the activation energy of the reaction. So basically a catalyst are those substances which are added to the reaction to enhance the rate of reaction by either providing alternate pathway or by lowering down the activation energy. So this is catalyst. Or we can also define catalyst in the most simplest form by saying catalysts are those substances that alter the rate of reaction, but itself it remains chemically unchanged at the end of reaction, right? Now they do this by promoting proper orientation between reacting particles. So they just alter the reaction particles, and by doing so they provide these alterations. In biochemistry, catalysts are also known as enzymes, right? So now as we know what is catalyst, let's see what is catalysis. So catalysis is basically the phenomena of increase in the rate of reaction or phenomena in increase of chemical reaction due to participation of an additional substance, and that substance is known as catalyst. With a catalyst, reaction can occur at a faster rate and the energy consumption is also very low. Right, so this is a basic mechanism of a catalysis. As you can see here, we are starting from there where we have written start. Right, so from that point we are starting, and as you can see, A plus B is giving me product. We are having two different reactant, A and B. Both of them are combining to give me my desired product, and this black colored substance which you can see here is a catalyst. Right, so what is happening is, initially reactant A, as you can see here, initially reactant A is going to get adsorbed on my catalyst surface, as you can see in this picture. Once it gets adsorbed on the surface of catalyst, another reactant B will try to get adsorbed on the surface of catalyst. So as you can see here, both the reactants are now adsorbed on the surface of catalyst. Once they get adsorbed on the surface of catalyst, they are now ready to react with each other because their activation energy is lower down. Now they can react with each other and they can now form a desired product. So you can see the product is also formed on the surface of catalyst. Once the product is formed on the surface of catalyst, that product can easily be detached and you can get that product out of that catalyst surface. Now the catalyst surface is again available for fresh reaction to proceed or to take place. So this is entire mechanism of catalysis. Right. Now, what are various catalyst components? So as you can see here, I have listed three main catalyst components. Right. There are three main catalyst components. First one is catalytic agent. Catalytic agent is that component which is actually responsible for carrying out catalytic reaction. Right, due to that only the reaction is changing or taking place. So first and foremost important component of any catalyst is catalytic agent. Catalytic agents are again characterized into three different categories: metallic, conductors, semiconductors or insulators. Right? After that we are having supporter or carrier. So the second important component of catalyst is support or carrier. Supporter or carrier provide a base for catalytic agent. Right? Then we are having promoters and inhibitors. Promoters and inhibitors are added into our catalyst to enhance or to lower down the activity of our catalyst. So in this picture, as you can see, there are different types of catalytic agents, supports and promoters. Right? After that, we will cover what are various physical properties of catalyst. So in detail, we will be dealing with these physical properties in our next session. So as of now, as you can see, I have listed them as surface area, void volume, solid density, pore volume distribution. So these are various physical properties which are very important when we are dealing with catalyst. So this is all about catalyst and introduction of CRE2. Hope all the topics are clear. In next lecture we will be covering with physical properties of our catalyst. Thank you.